In a time when the earth was still young and the sky whispered secrets to those who listened, there lived a hunter named Jabari. He was known far and wide for his skill and bravery. No beast was too fierce, no forest too dark for him. Many beautiful women admired Jabari and were ready to marry him, but he turned them all away. His heart longed for a love as rare and magical as the world itself. All he wished for was to meet the moon goddess. Every night of the full moon, Jabari would gaze up into the sky, wondering if the stories the elders told were true. They spoke of a moon goddess named Nyah, who appeared only once a year when the moon was at its fullest. Jabari found himself captivated by the thought of her, a being of beauty and mystery. Night after night, he whispered his wish to the gods, hoping that one day he would meet the moon goddess. As time passed, Jabari became well known not only for his hunting skills but for his striking appearance and gentle spirit. Many beautiful women in the village admired him, hoping he would choose one of them as his bride. They brought him gifts and tried to win his heart, but Jabari's mind remained fixed on the moon. Even as friends teased him and elders encouraged him to marry, he always responded with a soft smile and his eyes turned skyward. Every night, without fail, he would stand outside his hut, his eyes tracing the moon's gentle glow. He hoped, wished, and prayed that the gods would grant him his heart's desire to meet the moon goddess Nyah. One evening, while resting by a fire after a long day's hunt, the moon shone more brilliantly than ever before. Its silver light washed over the land, and as Jabari stared, the glow began to shift and shimmer. From the heart of the moon's radiance emerged a woman more beautiful than anything he had ever beheld. Her skin glowing like moonlight, her eyes filled with ancient wisdom and kindness. She wore a flowing gown that sparkled with stardust, and her hair cascaded like rivers of silver. Jabari knew at once who she was, Nyah, the moon goddess. "Why do you watch me so intently, brave hunter?" Nyah's voice was like music, soft and clear. "Because you are the most beautiful sight these eyes have ever seen," Jabari answered honestly. "I did not know the moon held such wonders." Nyah smiled, and they spoke until dawn painted the sky with colors of fire and gold. As the sun rose, she began to fade. Jabari's heart ached. "Must you leave?" he asked. "I belong to the moon," she whispered. "But once a year, when the moon is fullest, I return to walk the earth." From that day on, Jabari waited eagerly for the full moon each year, and every time Nyah returned, their love grew deeper. But the brief visit only made their parting more painful. Every night between those visits, Jabari would look up at the moon, his heart yearning and his spirit restless, waiting for her to appear again. One night, as they sat by the river's edge, Jabari said, "I cannot bear this any longer. Marry me, Nyah. Stay here with me on earth." Tears filled Nyah's eyes. "I love you, Jabari, but I am bound to the moon. The gods will not let me stay." "Then I will come with you," he declared. Nyah shook her head. "No mortal can live in the moon's realm. But there may be a way. If you complete 3 tasks set by the gods, they may grant your wish. But be warned, these tasks are impossible for any ordinary man." "I will do them," Jabari said without hesitation. The next evening, Nyah returned with the first task. "You must capture the firebird, whose feathers burn with eternal flame. It lives in the highest peak of the Forbidden Mountains." Jabari journeyed for days, battling fierce storms and treacherous cliffs. At last, he found the firebird, its wings blazing like the sun. With patience and cunning, he laid a trap using his finest skills and captured the bird without harming it. When Nyah saw the firebird, she smiled. "You have done well, my love. But the second task will be harder. You must retrieve a drop of water from the lake of dreams, guarded by spirits who allow no mortal near." Jabari traveled far until he reached the shimmering lake of dreams. The spirits rose from the water, their voices like the wind. "Turn back, hunter, for no one may take from this lake." But Jabari did not turn back. He knelt by the shore and spoke from his heart. "I seek not to steal but to prove my love. I would give my life for just one drop." The spirits, moved by his words, allowed him to take a single drop, and he carried it back to Nyah. "The final task," Nyah said, her voice trembling, is the most dangerous of all. You must face the Shadow King and take his crystal heart. Without it, he cannot live, but he guards it with dark magic and terrible beasts. Jabari entered the Shadow King's realm, where the air was thick with fear and the ground whispered threats. He battled through nightmares made flesh, his courage unwavering. At last, he reached the Shadow King's lair and faced the Dark Ruler in a fierce duel. With strength born of love, Jabari triumphed and claimed the crystal heart. When he returned to Nyah, the gods themselves appeared. You have done the impossible, Jabari. Your love and bravery have moved even us. You may join Nyah in the moon's realm, but you will leave behind your life on earth forever. Without hesitation, Jabari agreed. As the moon rose high that night, Nyah took his hand, and together they ascended into the sky. There, in the moon's gentle glow, they built a home of light and dreams, and their love shone down on the world every night. To this day, when the moon is full and radiant, people say they see the shapes of two lovers, a brave hunter and a radiant goddess, dancing among the stars.